What's up, guys? It's Nerdcore. I just had a few thoughts on SmackDown tonight, and this is my new, weekly series where I'm gonna be watching SmackDown and Raw, and I'm gonna be coming on here and doing a little bit of fantasy booking to try to spice things up. Maybe, maybe y'all will like my ideas, maybe not. Just leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think of my idea. Maybe if you got some ideas of your own. Yeah, just drop it in the comments. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Uh, Put that notification bell on. I got a lot of videos that are going to be coming out, and yeah, let's get into it. So, really, my only thoughts about fantasy booking on this episode of SmackDown, I really thought that the Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt face to face was pretty cool. Um, so it, it was great. The way that it went down was great, but they should have had the Fiend come out at the end of it and attack Braun Strowman while he was at the top of the ramp, while the regular Bray Wyatt was still in the ring. I think that that would have been awesome because there's no crowd there, so they can do stuff like that now. If they would have had Bray standing in the ring shouting that he was sorry while they had the Fiend attacking Braun Strowman at the top of the ramp, I think that that would have really set off the feud leading into Money in the Bank. It would have been a good go home moment for the Universal title match at Money in the Bank. Also, my thought about that, this is kind of where the fantasy booking part comes in. Wouldn't it be cool if Bray and Braun were to fight each other to a no contest at Money in the Bank, and then Bray actually kidnaps Braun Strowman after the match and drags him off to bring him home, and then we end up getting like a Fiend version of Braun Strowman. Think about that. The Braun Strowman with the Fiend persona, and it would be like the Fiend is an entity that can like body swap, I guess, and then he jumped into Braun's body, and then they could each be the Fiend at different times, and eventually Braun breaks free from the Funhouse and the Fiend's control, and like with his title belt, and then it would lead into something at SummerSlam. He would have to defeat the Fiend again at SummerSlam to kind of be over it all completely. I think that that would be pretty freaking awesome, because then it would give Braun Strowman's character a new dimension, and it would also, set up and drag this feud out until SummerSlam. And it's a really good feud, and SummerSlam is really the place where it should be happening anyway. So I really think that the Money in the Bank match should just be a no contest. You don't know who wins, and then you add this whole new depth to Braun Strowman's character, and I think that that would just make it take off huge. Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Did somebody know in the comments? I also figured that since Money in the Bank is this Sunday, I'm going to go ahead and drop my Money in the Bank predictions right now in this video. And you tell me if you think that my predictions are wrong or right, or if you would like to see a certain thing happen or a certain person win. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so my picks for Money in the Bank 2020. For the women's Money in the Bank, I'm really hoping that Carmella wins, because she is so entertaining with the briefcase. Mella is money made for some hilarious moments, and I really like to see Carmella with the briefcase. I think she's really great with it. I can't really decide between Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. I know it's going to be one of those. I don't know who. I know that they've booked Shayna really strong coming in. She has that, match with Becky from WrestleMania that she needs to avenge. Nia, she has, made her triumphant return, and she's been dominating all the way up until this point, and, really, it would make more sense to put it on Nia. If you want to continue her build. If not, then it was kind of all for nothing. Kind of, ruins her return. So, I don't know which way that they're going to go with it. I know that it will be one of those two, though. It's got to be. I mean, any other choice doesn't make sense. Like I said, I love Carmella with the briefcase. I would really hope that she would win. Asuka is another person that I would hope would win because, I've always been a fan of hers, and I think that they have treated her like trash ever since she lost her undefeated streak, really. She hasn't really been doing too much of anything. Um, yeah, I would just say that it's either going to be Baszler or Nia Jax that's going to win. My prediction, since I got to nail it down in this video, I'm going to go with Baszler because I know that it makes sense to have Nia Jax win, but WWE's booking, I don't think that they're going to do something that makes sense. They don't have a track record for that. So yeah, I definitely think that that Baszler is going to be the one that takes it. As for the men's Money in the Bank, I am super looking forward to it. The match is stacked. You got AJ Styles, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan, Otis, Baron Corbin, and Rey Mysterio all in the same match. Just having Rey Mysterio, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and Aleister Black by themselves, that's a great match right there. But then, you add Corbin because you got to have the heel heat, and you add Otis because, he's a fan favorite right now. I would definitely say that I would want AJ Styles or Daniel Bryan to win. But what I think that WWE is going to do is have Baron Corbin win. So my prediction for the men's Money in the Bank is Baron Corbin. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't know. Because after tonight's SmackDown, he did finish the show on top of the ladder, and usually that means that person's not going to win. So I don't really know what's going to happen. As for the rest of the matches, the women's match between Bayley and Tamina, I definitely see Bayley retaining, and then Sasha Banks is going to turn on her. I think that that's what's going to happen. Sasha Banks is going to be instrumental in Bayley retaining, and then Sasha Banks is going to attack Bayley, and it's going to lead up to a feud between those two because Sasha is tired of living in Bayley's shadow, and they've been, making that clear for the past month or two that those two are going to implode at some point. Let's see. The Universal title match between Braun and Bray. I think that Braun is going to retain because I think that they're going to use the regular Bray Wyatt and not the Fiend. So I think that the regular Bray Wyatt is going to lose, and then he's going to come back and try to avenge that loss as the Fiend for the next pay-per-view. What I would have done is what I told you earlier in the video, is that I would have it go to a no finish and then have Braun get kidnapped. But that's just wishful thinking. I don't think that that's going to happen. But yeah, I'm going to go with Braun retains, and then Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. Definitely Drew retains. He just got the title. It's been a long build. I don't know why Rollins is his first opponent after winning the title. It's kind of weird. I figured that they would have built that up maybe to SummerSlam, but they didn't. They just threw Rollins in there right away. So I think that that's just to put Drew over, make him more legitimate as the champion, and then he can move on. Maybe build back up to Brock Lesnar wanting his title back, and then he has to face Lesnar at SummerSlam. I don't know, but I definitely think he's going to retain. He hasn't had it long enough, and it's been a huge build to him getting it. I don't think that they would turn around and just drop it. But then again, they did have Becky have her huge build last year, and then she won both titles, and then literally the next month she lost one of them. So I don't really know what WWE's going to do. It's kind of up in the air, really. The Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, I think that the Forgotten Sons are going to win because you've had a lot of trading the titles back and forth lately between the New Day and Miz and Morrison. So I think that they've both had their shine recently. So they're putting the Forgotten Sons in there for a reason. So I think that they're gonna come from behind and actually win and become the tag team champs. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Put that notification bell on. I got a lot of videos that are going to be coming out.